What's up, guys, and welcome to Master Coding channel. I hope you are highly motivated like me to start building our chatting application. So we are going to clone the WhatsApp application using Firebase database system. So we'll start by making the registration and authentication system for our application, and then the user will log in to the application, adding the logout activity or functionality, adding the user's fragment and the profile, which the user will be allowed to click the image, select any one or any image from his gallery, and upload it to his profile image. So, guys, we are here to make a very complex application using the basics that we have learned previously in the Firebase section and other Android sections. So, the complete Android developer course is a very big course that we have created. So even if you have any questions, we can answer it, or you can go back to the tutorials to see them and learn more about recycler views, card views, fragments, Firebase, and tab layouts and other concept that we are using in along this video. So, guys, we are we are going to make a very good and very amazing application, sending, receiving, and we are going to make a seen and delivered functionality and online functionality exactly like this. So, guys, I hope you subscribe, comment, and like. Get your coffee cup and let's start building our $1 billion application. Open your Android Studio and start a new Android project, empty activity, and I will name it as Firebase application. Okay? Firebase applications. And I will hit finish and waiting for Android to configure the application. Now, on later stages, we are going to make, as I told you, make complex applications like e-commerce, chat, Facebook cloning, Twitter cloning, and many other complex tutorials. But remember, if you don't understand the basics, you will never understand the complex applications. So, first of all, we are going to add the Gradle dependencies and configure the Firebase project on the server side or on the Firebase website. Now, open Gradle file. I will add here the documentations, the implementations. Okay, there are two ways to configure the dependencies for the Flutter, Firebase. You can configure it from Tools and click on Firebase, and you can add whatever you want from the Firebase. So here are the services that Firebase will give you, and you can add them. Now, can add by the assistant. I prefer not using the assistant. I prefer using the methods of the Firebase used on the store. Now, go to firebase.google.com. So, Firebase is a part from Google and they are infrastructures for the developers. So, let's log in, sign in. So, after I signed in, go to the console. And here we go. Here is the console of the Firebase. Okay. and I will add here a project. Enter your project name. I will Firebase dots. Okay, in this account I have reached the limit of my projects. I will sign in another account. So I signed in a new account and create a new project called Firebase application API. Okay, I accept and waiting for generation. Click continue and enable analytics and continue. Location United States, I accept and I accept. Okay, and creating the project. We use Firebase in many applications, and many worldwide applications are using or used Firebase as their backbone for their applications. It's very amazing features and very amazing services that Firebase will serve for you. Having a real-time database, Firestore, like cloud messaging, machine learning, and many other features inside this very amazing invention called Firebase. So if you understand Firebase, you understand you can make complex applications with connectivity and many amazing features. Now we have created this project and I will click it. Okay, waiting. I will go to okay, I refresh the page. It's logo here. And I will click on Firebase application. Now we have clicked on the project Firebase API, and I will click on Android. So you can get the configuration of the iOS. The package name. First of all, we need to add a package name. We go to Android Studio and we open the main activity and copy this. This is the package name. We paste it and Firebase API, and here is a debug signing certification. We will learn about it if we want to publish the application and further implementation of the debugging and the release mode. So till now I will take or leave it blank. I will register the application. Next for that I will download the configuration file. So click on download JSON file, and here we go, show in folder. I will click it, cut. I will go here. First, just a second. I need to tell you that we need to replace it at the project and inside the application. So I will go to the Play Store, to Android Studio, select project, click down, and inside the app folder I will click on paste, and here we go, we have added the JSON file. Now let's close this click next, and add the Firebase SDK. As I told you, our application needs to add some repositories and some dependencies. So check that you have the following line at the level of repositories at the Google. So I will go to select Android at the level of build Gradle and the Gradle, and here we go. I have the Google. Okay, and the dependencies, Google services, and I will paste it here. So first of all, I ensure that Google here, and I will add the dependency class Google Play Services. And all projects, repositories, I will add the Google. Now, all projects at the level of the old project, Google have been added. I click on sync now, and everything is successfully configured. Now, I close this, and I will add the dependencies at the level of the application. I will continue. Open your app level build Gradle, add the apply plugin and services. I will add them at underneath here. It is added, so I will add this. Okay, and I need to just one thing, add the Firebase SDK for Google Analytics. I will copy it and paste it at the level of implementation. I will click sync, and everything is working fine. Okay, I will skip the last test step for further implementation later on. Okay, till now we have finished adding and configuration of the Firebase at the level of Android applications. Let's create a new activity called register activity. So empty activity and rename it as register activity. This activity will act as the registration profile that the user can enter their username, password, and email, so it is registered inside our Firebase Authentication system. So we will see in this tutorial how we can configure and allow the registration of a user inside our Firebase. But first, let's design the layout, making three edit text: the username, the password, and the email. And we will create a button that will work when the user will click it as a register button. Now, I will create something special for this application, that designing it with a grateful UI. So I will create a new gradient register, new source file in the drawable folder, and I will paste here. I have prepared this and paste them into the gradient register. So in this thing or this shape, we are making a gradient background for our register activity. So I will select the background and select as gradient register, double T. So I will make also the style for the text views also in the same way as bold, so it will works fine. Remember, guys, we are making a very complex application, and in the same time it's very simple, because we are using the simple ways that we have learned inside the Firebase videos, the previous videos of the Firebase. So if you make this application, I consider myself and you as a professional developer that will follow all tutorials and make a consistent time for making applications and consistent goal to reach it. So guys, it's very important to follow us. It's very important to follow your inner inner one who told you, hey, go up and go to the work, go coding, go make sport, go and make and be like a professional. Don't be crazy. So we follow this small one, this small thing that sparks in our mind. I'm not here for motivational speeches. I'm here for motivation, for coding, and let you become a professional coder. Just like me, I was in your place. I was looking for the videos and the courses and for the doctors and the teachers, and I'm saying, hey, what I'm going to learn, what I'm doing here. So just put a goal in front of you and go pursue this goal. I really appreciate everyone who will reach his goals and become a professional coder. So I'm here to help people like me, like us, like everyone in the team who was making nothing in his real life. We have made a very professional application, and we have about 1 million, around 1 million people learning from our ideas. I was an amateur, and I'm now a professional coder because I consisted about making new goals. So let's create back to our courses, and you please hit like for for this motivational speech. And I'm, as I told you, making the 3 edit texts, and we are making 3 edit texts, one for username, one for password, and one for email. Okay, and making the IDs. Okay, remember guys, we are making a professional tutorials, and we have spent many hours editing, creating, coding, testing to produce a professional video for you. Don't be selfish, don't be ignorance. Please like and subscribe, comment below, just say thanks. This thanks will provide us a highly motivated spark to produce more and more videos. If we don't see there is no reaction and no comments and no likes, we are not going to produce more and more videos. So please guys, hit like and you will push us forward. Say thanks and we will produce more. As I told you, we are making the button here and creating a new shape for it, and I will make its background as transparent. Where is transparent? Okay, okay, this color is good. We can switch here. Also, this color is good. Okay, now it's looking good. And let's see the text. Okay, the register, the text register, and let's see here. And it's working fine. Okay, guys. So we have created a very amazing UI layout for our registration. Okay, just one thing, because the black is not working fine. Okay, I will edit the ID, the bottom register. Okay, now let's instantiate our widgets, and for this video we are done making the layout and instantiating the widgets, declaring them and instantiating them. So first of all, we are going to declare the widgets. We have 3 edit text. We are going to declare 3 edit texts and 1 button to produce to make it functional in the next video. So guys, subscribe to our YouTube channel, hit 5 stars for our Udemy course. So we are going to produce more and more videos every day. Okay, download our YouTube, Master Android and Master Flutter, Master Android Pro applications from Play Store, and don't miss to like us 5 stars. Go and see our success on the Play Store. Around 1 million people downloaded our Master Android application. Okay, as I told you, we are initializing the widgets. Of course, I'm not going to learn you how to instantiate, because you are a professional developer going to make a professional code and clean code. So make a clean code. Also I like making comments, because it's very important. If you go back to your code, you remember every step what you were doing in this time. So guys, till now we have finished in this video. We have created our layout and we have declared and instantiated our widgets. I hope you like, subscribe our YouTube channel, and hit 5 stars to Udemy course. First of all, I need to create a Firebase auth system. So first I will create a Firebase auth and a database reference called my ref. Okay, you can see in the previous videos how to create a reference and what is the Firebase database reference and instance. So for Firebase, I will add the auth equal Firebase auth dot get instance. So, but before we proceed, I'm not having error in Firebase auth, because I am adding the Gradle script implementation of Firebase auth 19.3.0. It is the latest version at the time of making this video. Okay guys, now let's create a method called register now. So private register now, and I will pass the final string username. I will pass string email and string password as the arguments of this method. So what this method will make, it will create it will deals with authentication system of Firebase by creating the user with email and password. It is a method contained in the package of auth, and it is responsible for passing the email and the password in order to allow authentication and registration. So add on complete listener, new on complete listener, and it passed this I will add point here. And if we start by checking if the task is successful, if the task dot is successful, go and do this thing. Firebase user equal auth dot get current user. Okay, and string user ID equal Firebase user dot get user ID. And passing the for the reference, my Firebase reference is Firebase database dot get instance dot get reference, and here we will pass the reference of making the new column of in our database, or our new child or the node. So my users, and I will pass the child of user ID. Okay, let's scroll down. Okay, I'm just like arranging the codes. Okay, and as I told you, we have created my users path for the reference inside the Firebase database in order to ensure that our list of users will be stored in my users, and every user will be a child inside this node. Now let's create a hash map. So hash map, it will contain two types of the key value or two values of the string. First of all, first one is called the key, and the second is called the value. So we need to add that the ID of the user would be stored inside the ID string, and the second hash map, or the hash map, we are going to put inside the value a username, and we pass the username. So we have passed the username. So the ID will make a reference for the user, So we are getting the ID, the username, and the image URL in order to allow the user to store the image URL as a profile in our database. So till now, hash maps. If you want to learn about hash maps, you can go back to our the complete Android developer course and see how we have dealt with the hash maps. Okay, opening the main activity after successful login or registration. So guys, what we are doing here, we are allowing the system, the Android system, or the application, after a successful registration of the user, we are going to allow the user to navigate to our main activity or the main screen. So without authentication, without registration, the user will not be able to log into our main activity. So we are going to create my reference, that map, and pass the hash map, and on complete we are going to test if the task is successful. We see in the previous couple of minutes we have used this very important like methods, or testing, because Firebase allow you to check if the task is complete. So if the task is complete, we are going to make a new intent that will direct the user to the main activity after a successful registration. This will be translated into codes in this way. So we are going to create a new intent. We are going to go from the register activity to the main activity, and we set the flags, intent flag activity or flag top or clear task, because we are working with task, and an activity flag clear new task. Okay, or new task. Start activity as an intent I, and we are going to finish our activity by calling finish. Okay, till now we are doing very well, guys. If you don't understand anything, or you have a misunderstanding of a topic or a concept, please comment below. We are going to help you, and we are going to introduce the help and more codes to allow you to make understanding and anchor your knowledge. So I'm going to display a toast if authentication is not completed. I will put invalid email or password. Please comment below, guys, if you have any suggestions of making new tutorials, or if you have an app idea, we can go and make tutorial about it and show you how to make it from zero to the last. So if I remove the final here, it will display an error because the username will be passed as a final. So I need to make it as final. Okay, final is one of the access modifiers, non-access modifiers for displayed in the Java or used in Java, and very important for making your final or untouchable variables. Now, adding the event listener to the bottom registration. So after the user entered the username, password, and the email, we need from the registration button to get all and grab all this data and allow the user or allow the system to go to Firebase and list and add this data inside Firebase. So in order to do that, I'm going to create a set on click listener for the register button, and add on click. We are going to create the strings and pass them to the register method that we have created before. So first of all, we are going to create a string, username text, and user it get text, because we are going to get the text from this user edit text. Get text to string, and email underscore text equal email get text to string. And the same way, we are going to create string password text pass get text to string. Okay. Now let's check again if the user entered or filled the data or not. So maybe the user will enter a username and email without password, or email and password without username. So we are going to display a toast message and not allowing the user to register inside our Firebase without filling all of the three fields. So we are going to check the text utils is empty, the username text, and we are going, or if the username edit text or the email text or the password edit text are not filled, the toast message will be displayed. Please fill the three fields, or three fields are required. So it's very important, guys, in the logic and the algorithm of any app you are going to make, to put all the possibilities and cover all possibilities. So in order to prevent making mistakes, or your application will not perform very safe, or below and under performance and under expected results and performance. So if the user is filling the three edit texts, now go to the go and call the register now method and pass the username text, the email text, and the password text. Till now we have finished our register activity, and we have created the method register now, and we have created the on-click method for the button. Thank you, guys. I hope you subscribe to our YouTube channel, and 5 stars for Udemy course, and download Master Android from Play Store. Hello guys, and welcome to another tutorial from Master Coding channel. We will continue with the complete Android developer course and the Firebase application, chat application. And in this tutorial, we are going to create the login activity and design its layout. First of all, I will create and copy paste the gradient login, and here are the hex colors and the gradient shape by creating a new drawable file. Now, I will create a new empty activity, and I will name it as login activity. Okay, everything is good. Now let's go to the activity XML file, and we are going to manipulate and create some basic content as a title, and we are going to create 2 field of data edit text that allow the user to log in. And I am specifying now the background of our layout, and I'm adding the title. Okay, log in, activity. So remember, guys, it's very important to understand the basics of Firebase and the basics of everything in order to make complex applications. So you may think it's very complicated to create a chat app. Yes, it's very complicated, but if you have if you understand the basics, so Firebase how it works, and how to receive multiple data, single data, receive values, receive children, the hierarchy of Firebase and how they work and how it works, you can make complex applications like chat application, like e-commerce, like whatever you have an idea about making a cloud integration. So I'm now going to create the edit text. Okay. Now we are going to create another edit text like this, but first let's add the hint for it. So search for hint. I will name it as username, name the hint as username. It's very important to make the hint to understand or allow the user to understand what type of data should enter inside this edit text. Now, let's create another edit text for the password. So for the password, let's add some constraint for it and adding the margins and the constraints, and we will drag and drop a button, add the constraints. Okay, and here we go. Let's make it, add the width and search for background and give it as a gradient color. It's a very beautiful design. So remember guys, we are making a professional app that you can publish on Play Store, on other stores, on websites, on even between your friends. So it's very important to make a professional UI. So one tip for you, best thing that we have succeeded in Master Android, or one of the things that succeeded in Android, Master Android, the application found on Play Store, we have reached about 900,000 developers and users. So, and we are keep growing. Is that the material design, the UI, the shape of our app, the graphics, the colors, the shapes, and everything in the UI. So it's very important to attract the user. So when the user will open your app, maybe he will say it's very bad application despite your complexity of application you did, but it is very important to make a professional UI within your applications. Back to Android Studio, we have created the edit text and the buttons, and now we are instantiating them. I made the edit text, the user ET, and the pass ET login. Find view by ID, r.id.pass text. Maybe it is not edit text. Okay, edit text 3. Okay. Till now we are doing fine. Our layout is being very good and set perfectly. Now let's move to the code that will interact between the two activities. I need to create a method and instantiate the Firebase auth system. So here I will create Firebase and Firebase auth authentication and importing the package. Remember guys, in order to use the auth Firebase, you need to import the package of the Gradle implementation of auth Firebase, as I showed you in the previous videos. Now auth equal Firebase auth.get instance, and adding the login button functionality. So when the user enters the username and password inside the edit text, I need the button to be clicked, so this data will be grabbed and sent to Firebase. Firebase will authenticate the login, the credentials. Maybe you can log in, maybe not. If you have registered before, you can log in. If not, you cannot. So on click, I need to get the string of email text, the user ET login. I need to get the text from it and add to string. Now string pass text equal user ET or password ET login.getText.toString. Now guys, I'm getting the string, the data in the edit text that the user entered, and I want to pass them into Firebase to check. So checking if it is empty. Maybe some application and some websites have vulnerabilities of having this security issue. So in this case, maybe the user will enter the username and it's found, but the password is not entered, and the user clicked login. It may be authenticated if there is a vulnerability in the security. So here we are checking if the two fields are not filled, so there is a toast message telling the user, please enter the username and the password. Please fill the records or fill the fields. Okay guys, if the user have been entered the two fields, now here we are going to authenticate and check if the user is already registered. Let's log in and go to the main activity. If not, the user, there is a message that telling him that you cannot log in. So auth.sign with the email and password. We see this message or this method in the registration application or activity. So we are adding a sign in with email and password method, and we add on complete listener. So if this task is successful, so if there is authentication for the user to enter the Firebase, it's very important to check that the user is found in the system. So if the user is found, go and log in. Okay, login is found and everything is working fine. The user put his password and username correctly. direct him to the main activity. Else, display a toast message telling him login has been failed. We are going to link the registration activity with the login activity and test the registration with Firebase. Hello guys, and I am going to add this button, allow the user to navigate to the register activity. If this is your first time here, please subscribe below. And if you are following our tutorials, please hit like and comment below saying thanks or whatever you want. If you have any question, we can answer you. So we are going now to add this button that will navigate or give the user the access to the register activity. So I'm saying that if the user does not have an account, so this button will navigate through the register activity and allow the user to register from zero and create an account. So it's very important step to make this button to allow the user to create an account and test the availability of registration in Firebase. So we are going to know how to create an app or an account in Firebase. So I renamed it as and put the text not a member, register now. And I will make it as it's very colorful. We can design it in many ways, but till now it's very good. I will add the transparent background attribute, so it will show as in text, but in real it is button. So till now it's very good, the UI. Please comment below what you think about our UI. Rate us over 10 what you can say about this UI. It's very good or bad or well, please comment it below. So till now, let's add some attributes like color, like this shape, the font. I will use the font and increase the size to 18 sp, and it looks now good. Okay guys, so as I told you, this button will allow us to navigate through the register activity and allow the user to make a new account and register a new account. So back to our login activity, and I will create an set on click listener or handling click event on this button. So the register button will navigate and take the user from this activity, the login activity, to registration, and from registration authentication with the Firebase, then allowing the user to log in. Okay, so register button, and I will instantiate it. Okay, find view by ID r.id.register button. Okay, till now it's very good, so we are doing fine. But I need to remember you. We are going to build a complex application, but based on the basics of the Firebase. So if you don't understand the basics of Firebase, please go back to the Mastering Firebase course, and you will learn Firebase from zero to hero. Please, guys, please, I hope you open your Android Studio, your laptop, and you type every single every single word, every single line of code, following us and all tutorials to ensure that you get the the core of knowledge, the basics, the goals of making these videos. So I will make the login activity as a launcher activity. So what is launcher? It is the first activity that launches with the application, and I will switch the main activity to an ordinary activity. So when the user click on the app icon, I will show the login activity first. Okay, testing it, and here we go. This is the login activity, and we have a member activity. Okay, very good. We clicked on this button and it's working fine. It took us to the registration. I will register a new account here, master coding. Okay, and see, I have disabled my internet. So if the user have no internet, let's see if there is an error. So remember, guys, coding is to prevent errors, or you prevent vulnerabilities in your codings. You should get all and cover all the cases, all the possible cases. So I'm now having no internet. I clicked on registers, nothing happened. So it's working fine. It does not allow the user to log in. So let's try if the user have been added to the database, and it's impossible without the internet connection. I've entered the same username and the password, and nothing would happen because I've disabled my internet connection. I'm just testing now that there is no errors. Now, connecting with the internet, let's add the username, password, and login failed. Everything till now is working fine. Now, with internet, let's click on the registration and let's add the user's credentials, master coding, and password and email. Let's see. And register. And okay, I have disabled the email and password. Just go to the Firebase and click on enable. Amazing, guys, it's working fine. Now we have allowed the registration with the email. So now we have on Firebase, now we have the ability to log in and to register with the emails. So see, guys, go to the Firebase application authentication. We have this email and this user ID. We are going to work with the user ID in the next couple of videos by receiving, sending, and getting all the messages. Let's go back, and here we go. Let's try another user, or just try an arbitrary user that log in. It is not on the database and login is failed. So let's try the real user, like or the registered user, like master coding at Gmail. And here we go. It's login. We are going to add this and save the current user that it is a login, and we are going to add a logout button. So first of all, let's create a Firebase user and save the current user that he is logging in. So the user, when he opened the app for the first time, he log in or sign up, and he will get into the app, and no need to every time log in again. So if this is your first time here and you want to learn Android app development, so subscribe to our YouTube channel, Master Coding. and hit 5 stars on this course, so we'll get the free courses and every day and the next courses on Udemy. Now we are going to create a Firebase user, Firebase auth and .get instance and .current user. So for checking the user existence, we are going to make a simple code that check for the user existence first of all, then save the state of this user. If Firebase user does not equal to null, so it is existed. So remember guys, Firebase is very simple and complicated in the same time. So you need to understand the basics of Firebase, the values, the children, the key value relation, how the user, the authentication, the database, the Firebase real time, the Firestore. So everything we can clarify in this course. So if you have any questions, any suggestions, any comments, please comment it below. We have a complete Firebase course, so go back to the lessons, mastering Firebase playlist, and you can check every single part of Firebase from zero. I'm doing now an intent that will allow the user to after login, it will pass to the main activity and start activity of the intent and then finish. In this case, or in this simple users, like master coding at Gmail, and we are trying to log in. Okay, we have logged in as we learned in the previous video. Now close the app and run it. It's very good. It's working fine. So adding this code and a Firebase.get instance.get current user, this check for the existence will allow the user to save the current state or the current user. Till now we have saved the user, and remember the user for login. Now let's move to the part of making a logout option. I will create a new package, and the new package will be named as, let's see, net.labdevelopers.firebase app and the model. Now inside the model, I will create a new Java class. This Java class will be created as users, named as users, and this will act as a model class. So guys, remember there is a lesson about model class and part of advanced views in Android. So if you want to learn about the model classes, you can go and check this video. I will create the ID, the username, and the image URL of the user, so we can save the ID, the username, and the image URL of the user. And in this type, or what we are doing here is getting the user full information about the user. So when you click on logout, everything will be removed and the state of the app will come back to the login activity. So guys, it's very simple. We are making now, we have created three strings. We are making an empty constructor, a full constructor of having string ID. We have passed or construct this object, and we are going to create the getters and setters. Okay guys, now it's very simple guys. We are making a complex app but with simple concepts. Okay, now we are going in the main activity to create a Firebase objects and instances of Firebase user and Firebase database. So first of all, Firebase user in the main activity, I will import it by Alt plus insert. Now, database reference, my reference. We have seen before how to create this reference and how to use it. Okay, and the onCreate method, we are going to instantiate this Firebase user and getting the state of the current user. Now, Firebase auth.get instance.get current user and myref equal Firebase database.get reference Firebase .get reference or get instance.get reference. Okay, guys, remember Firebase is very simple and we can make complex apps using the simple basic concepts. So don't worry, guys, we are going to clarify everything. If you have any question, comment it below. You can download Master Android and Master Android Pro from Play Store, so everything will be written in form of like a book of full Android tutorials. Now, myref.addValue event listener, and we are going to change. We are going to add on data change, and we are going to see how to log out using the users model class. So users model class almost users equal data snapshot that get value, and we are going to pass the users dot class as its parameter. Now, the thing we are going now to create is allowing the on data change to get the data snapshot and display in a toast message saying that the user dot get the name Okay, maybe this will not work because I'm not sure of making the toast message and getting this info. But anyway, we will try it. Now, let's move to our layouts and add it to the resource folder and add a menu Android resource directory and menu. We are going to create a menu, new menu resource file, and we are going here, building, waiting for build to finish. And what we are going to do, we are going to create an item of the menu for the toolbar that allow the user to click on it so the app will log out. So ID button log out. Now, till now it's very simple. We are just adding the layout menu. So the user will click on logout button or menu and the app will log out automatically. Now, show as action and never. You see, guys, this is what I am talking about. Okay. Now let's create another method, adding logout functionality. On create, options menu, get menu inflator dot inflate r dot menu dot menu. So we are going to inflate using the inflator, layout inflator, and display the menu on the toolbar, return true. Now okay, till now it will be displayed. Now in order to add the button or handle the event listener or handling the click event for the option of the menu that you will click or the user will click, we are going to add an option or override the method of on options item selected. So I will create a switch and switch of case logout. So the user, when the user click on logout case, logout button, the Firebase dot auth or Firebase authentication dot get instance dot sign out. This is what I am talking about, that Firebase is very simple and it is a very powerful for developers, because in one single line you will save many lines of codes and many errors you may encounter. So just for signing out, we are going to put sign out. For getting the user and saving the user, we saw how to use it. So get the current user. In order to log in, log in. In order to create a new user using email, sign up with email, sign in with email and password. It's very, very simple, and I highly recommend, if you are building an app, use Firebase as its backend servers. So returning the false state, and let's go up. Till now it's looking good and everything is working fine. Maybe user's path is not correct. I will see the Firebase and see how it what we have done and what it is the reference for our reference name and the login activity. Now let's create onStart method, override on onStart method, and I will copy and paste this Firebase.authentication, because every time we start the app, the onStart application will always be created, even if you go up or accidentally get out from the app. onStart method will ensure that you will stay signed in. It is better than using the onCreate method. So I prefer deleting this toast message, and let's click run and see. Okay, and here we go. It's our application, and now log out. We are going to continue with our application WhatsApp cloning, and this tutorial we are going to create a view pager and tab layout fragment, creating fragments. Hello guys, and welcome to the Master Coding channel and the complete Android developer course. In this tutorial, we are going, as I told you, to create a view pager and a tab layout, and then creating the fragments in next videos, and run it to ensure that we are creating the tabs for the layout. First of all, I'm going to create and download a tab layout. Click on the download button, and here we go. We have the Android Studio have been imported, the view pager or the tab layout automatically in the dependencies. If this is your first time here in our YouTube channel, please subscribe to our YouTube channel to get the latest tutorials on Android, Flutter, and other coding tutorials. And please like our Udemy course and rate us 5 stars to ensure that you will get the free coupons of the next courses and next tutorials. Now, I'm creating the tab layout as we see here in the layout of the main activity, and adding the corresponding constraint layouts, and I will give it an ID, or I will remove the tab items. Okay. ID tab layout, and removing these tab items. So remember, guys, comment on our YouTube channel to enter the or to get a chance for winning free coupons on Udemy and paid source codes for our master coding channel. Now, view pager, I'm just adding the width and the height underneath the tab layout. And adding it as ID of the view page. Now, adding the app and layout. Maybe this is not, it is deprecated. We can switch it to layout behavior. If you want to learn about view pager and tab layout, there is a separate video about them inside the advanced views in this course. Now, again to the view pager, and again to the main activity. Now let's instantiate our our view pager and the tab layout, and see how can we switch between them. Now, tab layout instantiation, and declaring the view pager and instantiating it. Tab layout equal find view by ID. So the tab layout, find view by ID, and its ID. Now the view pager and the view pager equal find view by ID, the view pager. Okay. Till now, everything is working fine, and let's add the functionality for these views. So I will add the spaces. I will create a class of the ViewPager adapter. So I will create an internal class called ViewPager adapter extends fragment pager adapter, and we will pass here the variables of our array list, fragment, and fragments. I will import it by alt plus insert. I will create another array list of type string, and I will name it as title. Now, import it. Let's now add the implemented methods, but first of all, we are going to create a constructor, ViewPager adapter, and fragment. I will pass it, fragment manager, FM. Okay. This fragments equal new array list. This dot titles equal new array lists. Okay. In this way, we are creating every time a new array list for getting the fragments and the titles, and I will add and override the methods that we need, like get item, and I will return the fragments dot get position. I will override another method, but it is I think down. Let me see the fragments pager. There is another method that we need to implement and override, and here we go. I either get the count. I will return fragments dot size. Now everything should work fine. Let's create also a public void add fragment method. I will pass the fragments and the string title as an parameters. And fragments dot add fragment title dot add titles, or the title parameter. So I will add a character sequence and in form of override method called get page title, and pass the position as its parameter, and I will return a title.getPosition as its type of card sequence. Okay, back to the onCreate method of our main activity, and I'm going to make an instance of ViewPager adapter class that we have created previously, and I will pass get support fragment manager, and I will save all. Now let's create our fragments. In order to create fragments, we go to the package, and I will make them in a separate folder called fragments. I will create also a new fragment and fragment blank. Ensure that you untick or unselect the include fragment factory method, and I will create a chats fragment. If you want to learn about fragments and view pager, you can go back to the fragments section and the advanced view section, and you can learn more about these advanced topics. Now, we have created this chats fragment. Let's edit its view and its layout. So I will select, or I will create now a second fragment called user, and also unselect the include fragments factory method. Create it, click finish, and everything is working fine. Now, maybe my Android Studio is making some errors because everything is working fine. Let me check why there is an error. Maybe there is a bug about this, but our code is very good and working perfect 100%. Now let's add a view pager adapter dot add fragment, new fragment, new chats fragment, and title fragment chats. So what is the title of the chats fragment? It would be chats. Let us create another or pass another fragment, user fragments, and its title would be users. Okay, guys. So we need to display a chats and the users. Till now, we are making very well, and we need to set the view pager adapter as a view pager adapter instance that we have created before from our class view pager adapter. So if you have any questions, please comment it below. Please say thanks for us. Your comments will push us to make more and more tutorials. So if you like, you comment and subscribe, you will make us happy, and we will create more and more tutorials that serves people and benefit all for free. Now, I will change the last thing, change the layouts of the fragments in order to distinguish between these two fragments. And I will design this for the color of the text, and this text will contain welcome to users fragment. Okay. And the chats fragment in the same way. I'm just editing the text inside it in order to distinguish between the two fragments. So here we go, changing the text. So remember, guys, if you subscribe, if you rate us 5 stars, you will get the future tutorials, future videos for free, source codes for free. So make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel to get the next tutorials. In all coding tutorial, in all coding languages, and rate us 5 stars on Udemy, and you will get our next coupons, next courses for free. Okay, adding the tab layout, just editing its shape and its size and constraints, and everything is working fine. Okay, just me edit the height and set it to wrap content. Let me see Okay, adding its constraint. And we need now to run the application. Hit run. I think there is no errors. Okay, guys, and this is our amazing application. This is the chat, and this is the user fragment. Thank you, guys. I hope you subscribe to our YouTube channel and rate us 5 stars. Comment below if you have any questions and like if you like this video. We are going to get all users from the app. Hello guys, and welcome to Master Coding channel and the complete Android developer course. And we are going to create and edit the Fragments user to get all users or registered user inside our application. So we are going to get the users that are registered in our Firebase database, and in order to allow chatting with them in the next couple of videos. For that, we are going to create a recycler view inside the fragment layout, and I will give it an ID of a recycler view. So here we are going to add an item for displaying the user inside or the layout for the user inside our recycler view. Guys, if this is your first time here, or you are or you need to learn Android, Flutter, Kotlin, Java, and other languages, coding languages, this is the right place for you. We are going to create big courses in the next couple of days and next couple of months. So make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel to get all coding tutorials from this amazing channel. Please hit like, subscribe, and comment below saying thanks to give us the push for making new tutorials. Rate us 5 stars on Udemy so you will get the free tutorials and free courses, coupons, and the next future. Now, just adding and creating the user item layout and adding the Firebase app. I will create a package called adapters, and in this adapter I will create a user adapter class in order to receive all the users information from our Firebase application or Firebase database. So for that, I will create a private context, private list, and I will get all users from the users class. It is because it's a module class, and I will implement the method. I will create the constructor, public user adapter, and I will create a full constructor. And here are the the overridden methods. Underneath, I will create a public class view holder that extends a recycler view view holder. So guys, if this is your first time here and you want to learn about the view holders and the recycler view in details, please go back to our channel and the playlist and get them in details. So you will learn everything about recycler view and many other adapters. Now, public text to view, username, and the image. We are going to display the username and its profile image. Okay, and username item view.view by id r.id.recycle user adapter. This is the text view. It's called text view 30, and I will create it. Importing the R because we have moved into another package. I have created the text and the image view 30. Okay, I undo. It is called image view, so no need to rename it. Now user adapter.view adapter, I will change here these methods. Now I will implement new methods because I've changed the parameters, and I get here the get item count, user dot size, and inside the view holder, this is the most important thing. Please, guys, concentrate here. So the view holder is it will contain a view that uses the layout inflator. So we are going to inflate the user item layout that we have created before, and passing parent and false for attached to root, and closing it and returning new user adapter dot view holder and passing a view for it. So it's a very important step. Now let's create users instance, and users dot get position, and holder dot username dot set text, okay. Now checking if the user dot image URL is found. So and it is if its value is default, we are going to display a default image for the user. So holder dot image view dot set image resource, and map IC launcher, else we are going to use the glide. So importing the class of the glide, we have seen in the previous videos how to import it, how to import the glide library. So go back to the course and you will get you will learn how to get the glide library. For that, I have implemented these two lines of codes as its library. Now glide with the context dot load, we are going to load the users dot get image URL and into the holder dot image view. Very good, guys. Till now we have specifying everything in its details. Now just to add the user fragments, some codes. So user fragment will get the recycler view, and we need to instantiate or first of all declare the recycler view, importing its package, and private users adapter class, and we're making an instance of it, user adapter, and we need a list. So list of users and users. Okay. Now in the user fragment, view equal inflator, we are going to use the layout inflator that we have passed in the parameter on create view, and inflate the layout of the fragment user in the fragment users, passing to the container and does not attach to root. Now, recycler view, here we are going to instantiate it. Recycler view equal view by adapter, or find view by ID, and the recycler view dot set adapter. Before set adapter, we have to specify that has a fixed size, and recycler view dot layout manager, new linear layout manager. Very good, guys. Amazing app we are building, and I hope you open your Android Studio and start coding, because this is the best way to learn how to create apps and anchor your knowledge by typing following me on every step and typing every code I write it. Now, we are going to create a method called read users. Private void read users. Final Firebase equal Firebase authentication dot get instance and getting the current user. So first of all, we need to read the user, because in order to specify that what is the user that is running the application, and in order to detect the ID of the user who is running the application. Now, M reference and adding the value event listener in order to get the values we see from the database, Firebase real-time database, in a multiple way. We have seen that we need to add a for each loop. So guys, if you don't understand this for loop and how to receive data from Firebase, go back to the playlist and on our YouTube channel, or go back to the Firebase section and learn about the tutorials about the Firebase in details in every step in it. So user, and I'm going to assert the user object, and if the user does not get the ID and equal to Firebase, so what this it means that if the user is not, or the ID is not the user ID running the application, muser.add it to the list view. So we are getting all users from Firebase, but you are one of these IDs. In this step, we are checking that we don't add our ID inside the users list. So guys, it's very important to learn this algorithm, because in this way we are removing ourselves from the users list and display everything. So here I am editing the my users, because I'm having the my users in the real time, and here we go, I have 3 users. And here, amazing guys, we have two users, and I am having the myself outside. So we are all 3, but I'm going to display 2 because I am running the application. Thank you guys. Everything is working fine. I have logged into another account and everything is working fine. We are going to add the click listener for the users in users fragment and add a message activity in our application. Hello guys, welcome to Master Coding channel and the complete Android developer course. In this tutorial we are going to add, we continue with the user adapter and add the click listener inside this class. So guys, if this is your first time here and you want to learn Android and Java, Flutter and Kotlin, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss anything, and don't miss to rate us 5 stars on the Udemy course, the complete Android developer course. Now, holder.item.set on click listener. In this way, we are handling the click event on our users inside the user fragment. So intent I equal new intent, passing the context as a parameter, and message activity that we are going to create. So when the user click on any user want to chat with, there is an intent that takes him for the message activity or the message class, putting an extra its name and as a user ID, and the user name. Okay, remember guys, it's very important for us and working on IDs. So we are working with the IDs of the users. Remember guys, getting the user's ID is very important because when you click on any item, you need to pass the ID of this user so we can message him or send him messages according to his ID. Now, I have created a message activity. This message activity will display the messages between me and the user who I selected before. Now, I will create a user text view and an image view, and I also will create a Firebase user, as we see before, to get the current user and to get the ID of this user. Now, the database reference, also creating an instance of database reference and an intent that will allow us to send the activity or the user to another activity. Now the image view equal find view by ID r.image view. I will create them in the next couple of minutes. And username equal find view by ID username. Now, remember guys, I will add them in the toolbar that the user will when the user will click on the user's activity or fragment, it will display for him a username. Then you can allow displaying the chat between the user and other users. Now, it's very simple. I'm creating a toolbar and drag drop the two the text view and the image view and adding them inside this widget, the toolbar. Okay, I'm just adding them on the toolbar. So remember guys, you can if you want to push us forward to make free tutorials, continue making free tutorials, please comment below, say thanks, or just tell us what your country, or just make sure that, or just you can ask any questions or for any tutorials or demand any tutorial. We are making these tutorials based on your requests, like users' requests. So come on guys, be honest, say thanks. We are spending many time and many hours creating, recording and testing our applications in order to provide you with a better experience. Now, these are the image view and the username, text views. Now, a toolbar, you can like instantiate the toolbar, and you cannot, because it is it's declared in the material designs. You can like instantiate like I'm doing here, set support action bar. This is for the previous versions of the Android, and you can create a message or method set support action bar and get support action bar dot set title. This is the previous way before making Android X, and get support action bar dot display home as up enabled equal true, and toolbar dot set navigation on click listener, new view click listener, and this will finish when the user click on the back method. Now, support action bar. Okay. This way before the Android X have been created. Anyway, if there is any problem, it will be provided and when running the application and debugging the application. So intent equal get intent, because we have passed the user ID in the previous section. So in the user's fragment, so I'm getting the user ID from the or string extra from the user ID notation. Now, fuser Firebase user equal Firebase Authentication dot get instance dot get current user, and the reference it get instance dot get reference my users. Okay, and the child, I'm getting the user child ID. Guys, if you remember, in the Firebase there are children and nodes, or children's and key and values stuff. So what we are doing is getting the reference my users. Inside my user, I'm getting the special ID, the special user ID that I want to talk with him or chat with him. So I'm passing it to the reference, and I'm getting now the reference value listener. I'm getting all the chat between me and him. Okay, guys, it's very simple. Now, checking for the user image. If the user does not have any if the image URL is set to default, I'm setting the image URL resource IC underscore launcher. This is the default icon that we have created before. Otherwise, we are getting if the user uploaded his image, I'm getting it with glide using load user.get image URL into image view. Till now, everything should work fine. Syncing just semicolon here. Okay, let's run and see if we have any errors. I'm just adding the styles with the no action bar and removing the toolbar, commenting the toolbar. And here we go. Let's see, you can add the bar layout file, a layout for the toolbar. Just I'm creating, if you have a previous, if you are not working with Android X, I'm just showing you how to create it. And toolbar to, and changing it to toolbar. Okay, and the bar layout. So guys, this if you have if you don't work with Android X, you can change the bar layout and add this commented code. Okay, everything should work fine. Okay guys, I clicked here and passed the use. We are going to continue with the message activity, and we are going to create a layout for message, sending for it the first message, and testing on Firebase. Hello guys, and welcome to Master Coding channel. In this tutorial, we are going to continue with the complete Android developer course and the WhatsApp cloning course. And in this video, we are going to send a real message for a real user. So I'm very excited. Let's start making this a $1 billion application. Just kidding. I'm very excited. So guys, open your laptop, open your Android Studio, and type everything I'm making codes and layouts. If this is your first time here and you want to learn Android, Flutter, and master Java and other coding tutorials, please hit subscribe to our YouTube channel and rate us 5 stars on Udemy so you get the further and the future courses free without free coupons without paying any dollars. So thanks for honest people before I start who supported us, commenting below, and I will declare the winners of the free coupon for our courses on Udemy in the next posts and the next couple of videos. Now, I have created the edit text and the image button widgets. You can get the source code available on Udemy course. So if you are on YouTube, please comment below to enter a free. You can win a free coupon by just commenting below and subscribing. We will choose many subscribers and many commenters, and we will give them free coupons for our courses. Now, I have created here and changing the item IC send. I have downloaded it, so the image button will be displayed as like this, as the sending message for the WhatsApp. And relative layout, it is here. Okay, changing for it. Now, I am going to create now a recycler view. So recycler view will display all messages. Now, match parent, ID, and recycler view. So what we are going to do, or what is the concept of displaying the messages, we have created a recycler view that will get all the messages of between me and the user from the Firebase whenever you click on the user. So it's very important, guys. You can see this is the layout. I will just edit them because it is a constraint layout. Using the constraint layout, match parent, and just to add this to the button and making it fixed. Now I will change this, the toolbar, and I will add the constraint of the recycler view between the edit text and the toolbar. Okay, drag and drop the constraint. Everything working fine. Your layout should be like this. Now, just adding a hint for the edit text, type a message, and it will be displayed here in this view. So guys, very important to open your Android Studio and write the codes in as we did. So please guys, open your PC, your Android Studio, and try to write the codes without copying and pasting. Just copy and pause the video and try to write it on your own computer. This way you will learn, and this way we have learned. Now, send button equal find view by ID. This find view by ID or this button is having button underscore send ID, and when the user will write the data or a message inside the edit text, the message edit text will be getted and sent to the Firebase. In next couple of minutes, we will learn how to get the data from the edit text and send it to our Firebase. Making comment of widgets. And here I will create a send button dot set on click listener, handling the click listener for the send button, and string message equal message dot edit text dot get text to string. If it does not equal to null, send it. So if the users will click on the button without typing any message. So in this way, we are telling that we cannot send an empty message by displaying a toast, telling the user that, hey, user, you cannot send an empty message. Please send a non-empty message. So you see, guys, this is the algorithm of you should learn, so you can get all the possibilities of your application. Maybe the user does not enter anything. Maybe user enter a code that may stop your services, or maybe stop internet, or anything like small viruses or small malware. So guys, we can specify them and prevent adding these codes in the further security courses. And we are going to make a security Android security courses in next couple of months. So make sure you subscribe below to get all these courses free. Now, adding the message or sending message method, passing the string sender, passing the string receiver, and passing the string message as parameters. And in this way, we are specifying everything: the sender, the receiver, and the message, putting them specifying the reference in the Firebase and adding them to a hash map. This hash map will get the sender and the sender, this past the argument, and put receiver and the message. Okay, I am having an error here. Maybe message, and the receiver should be receiver. Okay, I will fix the once I will run it. Reference.child and chats.push. The push is the way that you can send a message for Firebase. Now let's run, and here we go. Hi, subscribe to our YouTube channel to get the latest tutorial. Okay, chats is created, and here we go. Here we see that the receiver and the message are the same because I've passed an error or passing the receiver, passing the message 2 times. So I will make it a receiver, and now let's run again. And I will go to Master Android application, subscribe now, And here we go. It have been created inside our database. Thank you guys. I hope you subscribe to get latest tutorials and the latest courses free. Rate us 5 stars on Udemy, like the video, and comment below. We are going to design the message layout. Hello guys, and welcome to Master Coding channel and the complete Android developer course on Udemy. And in this tutorial, we are going to create the layout for the message. So we start by making a new layout, the background underscore right XML file. So we remember for the sender, there is a layout so that the message will be displayed if the user is seeing his own messages, that the messages are on the right, and if there is messages of the other user, it will be displayed on the left, or you can make them vice versa. So in this tutorial, we will shed the lights on this concept and this algorithm that will display the different messages from the user or from the other users in a separate files and separate layouts. So if this is your first time here and you want to learn Android development on our YouTube channel, please subscribe below and hit the bell so you don't miss anything. And if you need to make to get the free courses on Udemy, please rate us 5 stars so we will send you free coupons. Okay. Don't miss to like and subscribe to give us push forward and making new tutorials. So comments and likes, it's very simple, but they will push us forward. So don't miss to like and subscribe and comment on our YouTube channel. As we see, I'm making a corner and making it radius 10 dp and top right radius 0 and a solid color displaying as a yellow for this shape. Okay, till now we are making just shapes for our layouts, but remember, in order to make the shapes, you need to make a file in the drawable folder. So just picking up a new okay, it's very good, this yellow light color, and I'm copying it. I will create a new drawable folder and create a background left. Okay, remember guys, we are making the shapes, and we will continue with making the messages layout file. And here we are making an Android and color white. Okay, this is the color of the left messages. Okay, we have done making the shapes. Now let's move to the layout and create a layout resource file called chat item left. I will create an item for the left part or the left messages. Okay, these constraint layouts, I will change it to relative layout. Okay, I hope you benefit from our courses and our videos. So guys, remember, it's very important to push us forward to make free tutorials. Just when we are happy to see you are commenting and you are liking our content. Okay, so back to the relative layout, just making its characteristics, and we are going to include the relative let's see, include the image view and wrap content or 440 dp and 40 dp. Till now it's good, and I will give it an ID of profile underscore image. Okay. Now, it's a default one. And the text view, I will give it a wrap content as width and wrap content also for the height. Okay, let's make some edits for the text view characteristics. Okay. And text hello, and the background would be background and left. Okay, so in this case we are including or displaying the background of the message as this. Okay guys, it's very simple. We have used the previously created a drawable file which called background left, and I will use the text view as an ID show message. Okay, everything is working fine. Now let's move for our resource file and create another layout for the right section or the right messages. Okay, and here we go. We will do the same, change it to relative, and I copy and paste the content. Okay, I will give the padding 8 dp, and the width match parent and wrap content for the height, and I will create a relative layout for the chat item right 300 dp and wrap content for the height, and adding some characteristics for it. So if you want to learn about Android app development from zero, you can follow the course from on our YouTube channel, or if you want to be more professional, you can see our courses on Udemy. I will left a coupon code for our Udemy course on our YouTube channel in the description below, so make sure that you click on the descriptions and get the coupon. You can push us, you can make us making new tutorials and free tutorials. So if you want to support us, you can go to Udemy and purchase the course. And if you want to learn free stuff, you can be on the YouTube, but the source codes and everything and the professional tutorials will be in the Udemy course, the complete Android developer course. Okay guys, till now I'm just making sure that the image view and the text view are written very good and in a professional way, and the background would be the background underscore right. So because we are making the item for the chat for to the right section. Okay, so in this tutorial we have done making the chat item right and chat item left layouts especially for displaying the messages. So the user, when you open the app, there is the messages that you sent, they will be displayed on the side, and the other users that send you messages, they would be displayed on the other side. In this tutorial, we have learned how to configure the layouts for these messages. In next tutorials, we will learn how to put the messages in these layouts. So make sure you subscribe, you comment, and you like our videos so you don't miss anything. Please don't be selfish. Please like, comment, and subscribe. You would be making a very good favor for us by liking and commenting, and pushing us to make new tutorials for honest people like you. So this tutorial, we have finished the layouts. Let's move to the next tutorial and the next video to see how to display the message. In this tutorial, we are going to receive the messages from Firebase and display them into messages activity. Hello guys, and welcome to Master Coding channel and the complete Android developer course. In this tutorial, we are going to create an adapter for the messages. So we are going to display the own messages that we sent in the right side, and the other side we will display the other users' messages. So make sure you subscribe below to get the latest tutorials, and don't miss to comment and like on YouTube channel, and rate us 5 stars on Udemy so you will get the free coupons in the next future courses. Okay, I started by making a message adapter and extending the recycler view.adapter and passing the message adapter.viewHolder as its parameter, and we are going to edit the viewHolder on onCreateViewHolder method and returning it the same as that we have copied from the user's adapter. Okay, just copying and pasting the user's adapter and changing its some of its components. Now, I will create a public static final integer called message type left equal to 0, and I will create another one by making a public static final integer message type right. Okay, so guys, remember, we are going to receive the messages from the Firebase and display our sent message. We are going to display them into one side, and we will get the my friend or the other users messages to the other side, exactly like WhatsApp. So let's see here, the holder.item class, everything is working fine. Now let's move to the model class and create a new Java class called chats or chat. Public class chat. We will start by making the constructors, the parameters, and then the constructors, and making the getters and setters. So first of all, I will make a private string sender, private string receiver, and private string the message. So we have seen before how to make them and how to pass the parameters by sending the messages. Now we are going to receive these messages. We are going to create the same as the previously done. We are going to create a full constructor having the sender, the message, and the receiver as parameters of type string. Now we are going to create the constructor and select none. This is the empty constructor. Okay. Let's now create the getters and the setters. Okay. and everything is working fine. Now, just making some edits for the code, private list chat, and I will change it to chat. Okay. Very good, guys. We are making a perfect application. Okay. But we need to understand everything, single item and every single line of code in this application. Okay. Image URL, passing the list of users. I will change it to chat. And here chat. Okay. And everything should work fine. I'm changing here to this mchat equal mchat. Passing this mchat will take this mchat, and this image URL will take the image URL. Okay. And changing here the chat, and I need to change the users, and I will delete them. Okay. Now text view show message and the profile image. These are the image views and the text views that we are going to use to display the messages. Profile image, and let's add some variables and create an instance of Firebase user and Firebase fuser. Here we are going to make the get item view type method, and we are going to override it by using the fuser firebase.getInstance.get current user. Okay, so we are getting the current user, and we need to check that the mchat.getPosition.getSender, if the sender equals to the ID of the fuser. So what this line is exactly telling the Android Studio. If we are the real senders, if we are the senders of this message, by checking the fuser.getID, if the same as the current user, please return the message type to the right. So we will display the message of our we will display our messages to the right, and we will return the messages to the left side. So we are telling the Android Studio, hey, Android, if the messages, the readed messages having an ID similar to our ID, please put this message to the right. Otherwise, put it to the left. In this way, this algorithm is very important, guys. This is a very important algorithm used in many messages and many text messages and social media applications. So it's very important to understand it. Now, in order, we have learned that or we have got that these messages are belonging to us. What we are going to do, we are going to make the message adapter.viewHolder, and on create viewHolder method, we are going to check otherwise if to check if the view is right, go ahead and display the view to the right. Otherwise, go and inflate using the layout inflator and chat item to the left. In this way, we are telling the Android Studio to use the layouts that we have created before videos and display them into display the message into these layouts in order to see and ensure that we have a correct UI, correct messages UI, and display the messages in the separate form of left and right directions and layouts. In this way, we are finishing the algorithm of making or distinguishing the messages that we have sent or the other users sent. Okay. Just creating the on-brand view holder. This is very important method also. And we are passing the chat we are passing the holder as a view holder and the end position. In this method, we are going to create a chat instance class, an instance of chat class, and we are holding the message and setting it to get the message. And if the message or image URL equals to default, holder.default.set image resources equal to mipmap IC launcher. This is if the user does not specify the image URL, it would be default. The default type, it would be displayed as IC launcher icon. Okay, till now it's very important. So glide with the context.load image URL into holder.profile image and everything is working fine. Okay, guys. The message adapter class that we have created before is very important. So we are going to create an instance from it, and we are going to allow displaying the messages in the recycler view. So don't miss, we have a recycler view. So recycler view, we should have a recycler adapter or a messages adapter that would display the messages in a correct form and correct layouts. So guys, if you have any questions or any misunderstanding, please comment it below so we can answer your doubts, answer your questions, and we can clarify it in the next tutorials, or we can make new tutorials. But if you want to learn about recycler view, please go back to the course and to the playlist on the YouTube channel and see the recycler view in the advanced view section, so you can learn recycler view in detailed form, card view, view holders, model classes and adapters, and this complex stuff in a very detailed manner. Now, the recycler view, adding some components or adding some characteristics. Recycler view.set has fixed size to true, and we are going to create an instance of the linear layout manager called linear layout and getting the application context as its parameter. Now the linear layout manager set stack from end to true, and recycler view dot set layout manager to linear layout manager. Okay, it's very important to understand every single line of code. Now, private void read messages. It's the time of reading messages, sending messages that we have previously created, and now in the same way we are going to read the messages. So remember, guys, despite sending the messages, we are going to read the messages in the same way. So of course we are going to use the mchat new array list and the reference equal to Firebase Authentication, Firebase Auth, or database dot get instance dot get reference. Okay, and we are getting all data from the chat's reference. Okay, reference dot add value event listener, and mchat dot clear. First of all, we are going to clear the mchat, and we are going to use the for each loop that we have previously seen how to use this. So for every instance of data snapshot, go and get all children from data snapshot, and the chat class, we will create an instance from it and make it equal to the snapshot.getValue chat.class. So till now everything should work fine. Just to check by receiving the chat, if the chat.getReceivers equal to my ID, if I'm getting my own chats, or my chats.get sender equals to my ID or user ID, or typing this the or okay, or making this chat.get receiver dot equals and passing the user for it, user ID. If this algorithm or these conditions are equal to my ID and user ID, go and execute the following code. So what is the following code? This is very important to check in order to see if the users if the messages are sent by me or sent by another users. Messages adapter equal messages adapter or new messages adapter, and passing the messages activity.this, passing the context, and I will pass the mchat, and I will pass the image URL. So remember, the constructor of the message adapter that we have created would get the context, the array list of mchat, and would get the image view or image URL. Now, on cancelled, we are not going to display the on cancelled, and everything should work fine. Just adding the final steps. Read the messages, f user that get ID, and a string of the user ID, and I will pass the string of the message. Okay, user.get, or sorry, the image URL. Okay, in this way we have finished. We will save all, and let me check if there are any errors or anything that we don't remember. Okay, we have send the message and the read messages. Okay, there is an error. Let me see. Okay, everything is working fine. Let's select this. Okay, there is an error. Let us configure it. And I missed the onbind view holder message activity or message adapter dot view holder. I need to change it because I've copied and pasted from the previously created users. And here we go. Hi KK. Okay, there is also an error because okay, I need to show message. I need to change these image views and the text view because I've missed them also. So it's very important to not copy and paste. So here we go. I have displayed my own message. Please let me make another tutorial, make another text message. Please subscribe to keep us making free tutorials, and let me send it to the master Android also. And let's go and log out. Let me log out. I have missed the toolbar here. I need to log out to see if the messages are displayed by the user. But till now, let me go and create a new style because the style is applied for all the application. I need now to just make a toolbar just to appear in the dark action bar, and I will set it the app theme 2. Let's go to the manifest and put the theme for our main activity to app theme. Okay, app theme 2. Let's run. The toolbar should appears, and here we go. It appears. I will log out in order to display these messages and see them as sent by another user. I will log into the KKK account. So guys, keep us making new tutorials. Just seeing the okay, Gmail, everything. Keep us making new tutorials. Just subscribe, like, and comment below. Everything is working fine. We have these messages displayed. We are going to get the recent chats between the users and display them into chat fragments. Hello guys, and welcome to Master Coding channel and the complete Android developer course on Udemy. In this tutorial, we are going to complete with a chat, the WhatsApp cloning, and we are going to display the recent chats between us and the users inside the chats fragment that we have previously created. So open your message activity class, or open your message activity, and inside this class on create method, adding the user on chat. Sorry, not on create, on the sending message method. So I will declare some variables like final database reference called chat reference, and I'm getting the chat Firebase get instance.get reference, and I will create a new reference called chat list. Okay, so guys, in this tutorial we will learn how to add or get the recent users that we have previously talked with or sending message with. So for this purpose, I have created a new reference called chat list, and inside this chat list I will pass the fuser.getID and the child, also the sender or user ID. So here I will create the user ID. Okay, we are getting the user ID and I'm getting the child the user ID. So I will scroll up. I will remove this because I'm declaring as a general variable. Final, I remove it, and I will declare it in the onCreate method, user ID, and it's solving the error. No, now, after declaring this, I need to add also some codes inside this send message method. I will create a check or chat ref dot add listener for single value event. So we have learned before how to use the single value event in the previous videos in our Firebase course. So if you want to learn more about them or these listeners, go back to the Firebase listeners or Firebase course on our YouTube channel, or you can see and download all the source codes from the Udemy course. For now, on data change, if data does not equal snapshot does not exist, id.setValue equal to ref. Now, under this, on the canceled method, I will I just removing the extra spaces, and now on the model package we are going to declare or create a new Java class, a model class called check or chat list. So I'm going to create a string ID, just only a string, public string ID. Because I want getters and setters, I will create it as private, and I will create the constructor and now an empty constructor, and then getters and setters. So I will see you in next videos. Till now, we are working fine. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, rate us 5 stars on Udemy, and get free coupons on the next future courses. We are going to configure our chats fragment to get the latest users that we have chatted with. Hello guys, and welcome to Master Coding channel. In this tutorial, we are going to configure our chats fragment that we have created previously, and we are going to create the recycler view here and add some codes into the chats fragment to get the latest users that we have chatted with. So if this is your first time here and you need to learn Android app development and Flutter development and Java development and other coding tutorials and coding languages, you are on the right place. We are building huge courses and everyday tutorials. So guys, subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss anything. Like and comment. Your likes and comments are very important for us to push us and make us making new tutorials every day. And don't miss to rate us 5 stars. As I told you, you can get the coupon below $10, and you get the premium codes of our projects. And you can like our tutorials and comment below if you want to make us new tutorials freely on our YouTube channel. So open your chat fragments and create this variable. and we are going to create an instance of the user adapter called user adapter and a private list of users and users. We are going to use this list in a very important place, because we are getting all the list of the users that we have previously chatted with. So data reference and the Firebase user instances of these objects or instances of these classes that we have seen before in previous videos. And I'm also creating a private list, chat list of the chat list that I have created in the previous video. Now, inside the onCreate view, we are going to create a view equal inflator dot inflate r. We are going to inflate the layout that we are going to display for the chats fragment, which is the fragment chats. If you want to learn about fragments, please go back to the fragments section in the Udemy course so you get everything clarified. Now, recycler view. This is the recycler view private, or a recycler view. It is a protected widget. Recycler view equal find view by ID and recycler view 2. Let me check. I have named the recycler view 2. Okay, everything is working fine. Okay, recycler view has a fixed size equal true. If you want also to learn about recycler views, you can go back to our channel. I will leave like cards above to get the quick links for the recycler view and fragments. Till now, recycler view.set layout manager, we are going to pass the get context method in order to pass the context for this linear layout manager. So guys, we have one adapter for the recycler view items, which is called users adapter. So we are going to use this and we are passing the linear layout manager as a context for its parameter. Now, users list equal new array list and reference equal Firebase database dot get instance and dot get reference. Maybe I'm getting to like changing this, maybe the chat list, capital L or small l. I will configure it in the at the end of this video. Don't worry, guys. We'll see what is created inside our database. Now, reference dot set or add listener, add value event listener, new value event listener, and data changed. These are our lovely methods there. So whenever data changed, these methods are triggered. Users list dot clear, and we are clearing the users list and looping for all users by creating a for each loop. So this for each loop will get all data for every data snapshot. I'm getting the data snapshot dot get children. I'm getting all the children inside every snapshot. Now, chat list, this class that we have created in the previous video, will be used as a model class to get all the chats or the recent chats that we have chatted with the user. Now, get the value and chatlist.class. Remember, guys, Firebase is very important and very easy to learn and to configure it, because everything is working the same. If you need to loop and get the children, you can use the for loop, and you get the and you pass the or create an instance of the model class that you are using the references or the variable for it, and you are going to create a reference and the database reference about it, and everything will be created. Fine. Now I will create a chat list method. This method will get all the children, all the users that we have chatted with previously. Okay, so getting all users or previous users and previous chats with the users. Now, so guys, don't miss to like and comment below. Guys, you are helping us very big helpful, and we are very proud of having you in our family, in our subscribers. So guys, please comment below, like making thanks or whatever you want, and please rate us 5 stars on Udemy, and comment below, like and subscribe if this is your first time here. I'm getting the references from the users, and on data change, musers.clear. So as I told you, we are going to clear the list, the musers list, and we are going to make another one that would be filled with our data. So data snapshot, and for every data snapshot that get children, and I will make here the users equal snapshot.get value. I'm getting the values here. So in the previous minutes or previous couple of minutes, we have created the get children, and we are passing the same, or sorry, the model class that we have created of users. Now we are going to get in a for loop the chat list of the users. So users list would be passed. So getting the chat list for every at the till end of the users list length. So if the user.get id dot equals to chat list dot get id, here we are going to get the musers dot add the user list. In this way, we are getting the users that we need. Now, users list or users adapter equal new user adapter, and passing the get context method as its parameter. And because why I'm putting true here, because we have two parameters, so I need to remove the true. Okay, we have two here, the context and the users. I'm going to remove the true, and passing the recycler view dot set adapter and user adapter. So everything should work fine, adding the semicolons. And let me check the references of our database. Okay, I think it would not work, because I think it is my users as a reference, but let me try. Hello again, just subscribe and get latest tutorials. Let me check. I'm talking with master Android app user, sending the message. Okay, nothing's changed because maybe I'm missing here the reference my users. Okay. Let me check again. And hello again and again. This is message. Okay. Also, there is an error and the references. So let me check. Here is our database, the chat list. Okay, they have been created successfully, and the chats, here are the chats. They are working fine. So let me check. Okay, the chat list, remember guys, it is capital letter. So I think it is, first of all, my users, and above is chat lists, and chat list, and let me check chat lists. Okay, capital L. Let me see. Let's try to send a message. Hello again. Sending the message. We will subscribe. Okay, guys, and here we go. Amazing, guys. We have the master Android user as a recent user that we have talked with. Now let's subscribe. Now to get latest tutorial. This is the master coding user, and here we go. Here we go. These are the users that we have chatted with. We are going to create the profile fragment. Hello guys, and welcome to Master Coding channel. In this tutorial, we are going to create the profile fragment and design its layout so the user can select and configure his profile image and its name. If this is your first time here, please subscribe below to get the latest tutorials, and hit the comment and like to push us making new videos. First of all, we are going to create the main activity. We have added the profile. Now we are going to create the fragment profile layout. So I remove the text, I create the card view, and inside this card view I will add the content of image and the text, the username, and the user profile image. So guys, if you are on Udemy, please rate us 5 stars, and we are going to post everyday tutorials, so make sure that you don't miss to get them. And on YouTube, please subscribe to get the latest tutorials and latest coding videos. So as we see, I have created the card view, as a parent the layout, a relative layout, and inside the relative layout I have the text view and the image view. I remove the relative layout here just for making the text views and the image view inside this relative layout. Okay, and the relative layout is inside the card view. So guys, we are building a complex app, but remember, if you know the basics, if you understand the basics, especially for the Firebase concepts and how Firebase works and deals with Android, so you will build a more complex applications, even bigger than WhatsApp, even better than Instagram and Facebook, or blog posts, or whatever apps and ideas you can build. by using the simple and the basics. So if you master the basics, you can build complex application. This is our theory. This is the main slogan or the main title, the main code that our company or our team works on. Understand the basics. So guys, this is a very big advice we can give you. Master the basics, you can make the complex apps. And in many this code will be applicable in all fields, like building websites, apps, and even in your works and jobs. So as I told you, I'm just editing the text views and the image view for the layout. And this is the IDs, giving the IDs, and the source text size 18 SP. So remember, we used the SP with the text views, so it is good in the using the view, the text, the SP, despite of real pixels or DP with the text views inside the layouts. So back to our profile fragment. On create view, I will create a new view, inflator.inflate. I will pass the layout of the fragment, the profile container, and attach to root false. I will create the widgets, declaring them into in the field of declaration, and here I will instantiate them by making image view equal view.findView. Remember guys, because we are using or building our layout in a fragment, we are going to use the view.findView by ID. If you have any questions or you need to understand the fragments, you can go to the fragments section and see how fragments works and how to associate the fragments with its layout. So text view, the username, and the image view. Okay, now it's here we come to the important part. I will create a database reference called reference and database user in order to receive and upload our images for the user profile. So next video we are going to upload the user profile, but now we are going to create the fragment profile and see how it will connect with the Firebase database. So fuser get instance from the Firebase Authentication, and reference equal Firebase database.get instance, and get the reference from my users. Remember, our main reference is my users. So fuser.get UID. Now I'm going to create and add value event listener on the reference. Did you remember add a value event listeners? I think yes, because we have worked directly on Firebase and building many apps on it. So users equal data snapshot dot get value users dot class. So this username dot set text equal to the user dot get users name. I'm creating an instance of the model class called users, and this users model class, I have created the getters and setters for the username. So when the app receives that data and creating an instance of the user and filling up the data with the data snapshot, I'm getting these values by using the user.get username, the object of the user. Now if the user does not specify its own image. Let the image URL be a default, or if it is default or no image URL inside this blank, go and set it as IC launcher. Otherwise, let the glide get this image and display it into image view. This is a very simple designation or very simple explanation for what we are doing. There is some errors in the layout. I will fix it now. So guys, I'm using the relative layout, changing it. I will change some strings and some layout, the XML codes, to configure and get the better layout by converting the constraint layout, so it's better. But guys, I advise you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, because we are making complex and very huge ideas, very huge courses about all or most of coding tutorials. So if you are looking for learning coding, if you are looking for building Android and Flutter and Java complex applications, complex projects, you are on the right place. Click subscribe to our YouTube channel, and you will get the free coupons for the next Udemy courses if you rate us 5 stars on this course. So guys, till now we are working fine, and everything is working in the perfect way. It get my logged in username and making the final touches. Thank you guys. I hope you'll be honest and rate us 5 stars on Udemy. Download our master Android app from Play Store and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are going to allow the user to upload his own profile image. Hello guys, and welcome to Master Coding channel and the complete Android developer course. And in this tutorial, we are going to add the storage of Firebase. So add the dependency of the Firebase, and we will see how to work with and upload the user profile image into storage and display it to the other users. We are going to also add these uses permissions, the external storage, and read and write, and also the internet. So go to the profile fragment, and here I will create a storage reference called storage reference, and I will create a private static final int called image request equal 1, because we are going to use it and later in this video. So I will create also a private URI, image URI, and a private storage task called upload. Now, profile image reference and storage. So Firebase allow you to use the storage. It's very important, but there is a very like limits for uploading, like size of images, size on the disk, and many other limitations. But it's very important for some medium and small apps. We are going to create allow the user, when the user click on the image view, go and execute the select image method. What this method will do, it will open the gallery of the user or the files of the users and search for images, and allow the user to select one of his images. Now, remember, guys, we are setting the type of the as an image and asterisk, and this start activity for result image request. This because int, and Android need an int for using the start activity for result constructor. Now, content resolver. We are going to create also a new private string method called getFileExtension, and going to create an object or an instance of the class content resolver, and using the my type map, also my type map extend object, and returning .get extension from my type, and get type passing the URI as its parameter. Now, going to create a private void upload my image. So the final progress dialog, and equal to progress dialog. Get context and progress dialog dot set message uploading. This will display for the user as an uploading if we are going to upload if we are uploading really the image. Remember, guys, if you rate us 5 stars on Udemy, and we deserve it, because we are making making many efforts, and we spent many hours and days and weeks making professional Android tutorials for awesome learners like you. So rate us 5 stars, and you will get the coupons for the later courses, and subscribe to our YouTube channel to get the latest tutorials, and get free coupons, and become our family, and learn many coding tutorials. So, as I told you, I will have created storage reference instance and uploading the task. I will create file reference.getFile. We have passed the image URI, and after passing the image URI from the gallery or the Android system, I will pass it with the upload task, continue with, and passing the URI here. Okay. Now, I just editing this task, upload task snapshot, throw exceptions if we have any exceptions. Now, here is an important part. If the task is not successful, throw the task.getException and return Firebase reference or file reference.get download URL. We need to get the URL of the file upload, and here we are going to pass the add on complete listener, and on complete we are on complete listener we will pass the URI, the task URI, and if the task is successful, URI, we are going to create an instance and object of the URI equal task.getResult, and the string mURI equal download URI dot to string, and this reference equal Firebase database dot get instance get reference my users dot child f user dot get UID. Okay. Remember, it's very important to learn to work with the Firebase UIDs in order to distinguish with the user IDs. Now, as we see before, we have created the hash map, this hash map will get the data to the Firebase system and put the data in the correct place as a key and value pairs. Remember, key value concept is very important to understand how Firebase works. Now, if it is not successful, we are going to display a toast message as failed. Now, add on failure listener, this get context as context and e.get message, progress dialog.dismiss, and here we are going to create another toast, passing the context as get context method, and no image selected. Okay, guys, till now, very important, the part has been perfectly done. Just one thing, going to an activity result. So when the user select the image, we need to go back from the gallery to our app and tell the app, hey, my app, this is the selected image. Go and make it it uploaded, deleted, whatever you want to do with. In our case, we need to get this code by using this URI for the file that will be represented in our gallery, and pass it using the onActivity result, and overriding this method will result in taking the image URI by image URI equal data.get data and passing it to the image view and the glide that we have configured before in the previous methods. Okay, guys? So if the upload task is in progress, display upload in progress, else display an error. Now let's there is some tweaks and there is some edits for the code. Let me see everything. Continue with task. This is very important. Okay. Okay, very good. Let's log in to our Firebase and see the storage. Okay, the allow and read write equal true. Okay, so we have to log in to the storage and allow the user. These are the rules. Okay, profile. Let me select. Let me download some image before. Okay. I will select here. Okay, successfully updated. And the profile is saved. And my image here is changed to this Firebase storage link. We are going to add the online and offline functionality to our app. Hello guys, and welcome to Master Coding channel. In this tutorial, we are going to let the user know if the other users are online or offline. So, as the Facebook like Messenger or the WhatsApp Messenger on other messengers. So guys, if it's your first time here on our YouTube channel, please subscribe to our channel and like and comment to push us and to make new tutorials based on your motivation by liking, subscribing, and commenting. And please rate us 5 stars on Udemy so you get later on the coupons of the next future courses. Now let's add the check status and the main activity. So this check status method will take a string of status, a string parameter called status, and I'll create my reference equal Firebase database.get instance.get reference and users. This should be my users. I will correct it in the end of this video. And now let's concentrate on the hash map. It's very important to add the hash map of string that we have previously added before in the previous videos. Now let me check. I want to add and override on resume, but because we are on the view pager adapter, look down guys, main activity view pager, I will select this, cut it and paste it underneath. So we are now on the main activities. Otherwise we can't override on resume. And I will call the onCheck method and called online. If the user get out from the app, offline parameter will be passed to the method. Did you understand the concept? If there is any doubt, please comment below. So we are going to ask the questions and answer it directly. Now, I've cut and pasted it message activity, and I will edit the user item activity, adding a symbol or an image view for the online capability. Okay, background right, and let me add it to the constraint. So guys, remember we are building a complex app. So if you understand the basics, it's very important to build more than this app and more complex applications. So it's very important to go back to the concepts, and our course is very detailed, and the complete Android developer course is very detailed. It will give you more and more details in every topic and every concept with a clear example. So if you have any questions, we are here to help you. Don't be shy to ask, or don't hesitate. Please, if you have any questions, and we will provide you with the answers, and we will give you direct assistance. Now, I have created a small image on the layout. Now, let me scroll down to the view pager, the view holder, and see the view holder. And I want to declare first the image view that we have created. Okay. And I will create an image view, another view, image view for the off position. So one for the on and the second for the off position. Okay, guys. Now I will declare them as image, instantiate them as image view, and image view here, status image. Now let's go back to our layout, the user item layout, and I will copy and paste the status image, copying it and changing its source compat. So if the user is online, a green light will appear. If he is offline, and yellow light will appear. So removing this constraint, like adding them underneath or below the other. So off will be below the on light. So here the status image on and status image off. Okay. Don't worry, guys. We are opening many classes and many files in this video, so don't worry. Now, I'm going to create a private boolean is chat. So by default, it is false. Now I've adding this for the constructor, and this is chat will receive is chat. Okay, by default, this constructor is passing the chat as false. Now we will see in next couple of minutes how this this boolean will be changed to get the user status or change the user status. So if the users.get status equals to online, go and put the image view on as visible and hide the view of position by typing view.gone. Okay, do you understand, guys? If there is any errors, please comment below the time stamp and we will of the idea that you misunderstand, and so we can clarify it for you. So if and else. Now another else, if is chat is true, or sorry, if false, the two image views, let them gone. Okay, now open the user's fragment, just pass and the false, and here let me pass the true parameter for the constructor. Okay, guys, till now everything is working fine. Let's edit some code on in the main activity, removing the finish here in the on options, item selected, and set the flag dot intent clear top. This is for logging in out, sorry. Okay, now open the register activity and add the hash map dot status, and by default it would be passed as offline. Now I will add the status manually here for the first time because these users are created and I don't want to recreate them. Okay, here we go. These are the users and they are offline. Now I need to change here my users, and I will open my application on my phone, and here we go. It's online, and you see on the database is changing. Very good, guys. Change the users to my users and the message activity here, and everything will be working fine. Now go to chat item right layout and add this text view underneath the relative layout, and then we are going to add the same way the chat item left. So welcome to the complete Android developer course on Udemy, and this tutorials we are going to make complex applications using Firebase and Android architectures and many other components. So if this is your first time here on our YouTube channel, please subscribe below to get the most of these tutorials, and add and like and comment below saying thanks. to keep us making new tutorials and pushing us for making several tutorials freely. Now, rate us 5 stars on Udemy to get the next components for our next courses. For that, this is the way we are adding the text view for the text scene status for our left layout. Okay, the same way, left layout, and adding or editing this text and converting this layout. Let me see. And converting it for the constraint layout. We are using constraint layouts in most of our real apps. So I advise you to use this amazing constraint layout because it's a very amazing feature inside the new Android Studio. Okay, guys? So adding and editing the visibility of this layout, this text view, set to gone. Okay. Now, let's move to add the Java codes. We are going to edit many classes, so be careful. First of all, we are going to the class of message activity, and I will create here value event listener and an called scene listener. Okay. Now the private, I will create here the private scene method. And this way, scene private void scene message, and I will get the string user ID as a parameter for this method, and the reference Firebase database.get instance, and I will get the reference from the chats node. Now, the scene listener as if equal reference.add value event listener. So on data changed, we are going to set it for like delivered to scene. How to do that? In the same way that we have previously done the previous tutorials, we are going to use the for each loop, getting all snapshot and adding and getting all children, and making an instance of the class chat and get the value of chat.class as they are. So if the chat dot get receiver dot equals to the Firebase user, these are checking for the UID of the chat, and chat.get sender equals to the user UID we are going to make it. Now add the hash map, a string and an object for that, and in this hash map we are going to pass to the Firebase the value of the scene and delivered strings. So new hash map, and this hash map dot put scene is seen and equal true. So we are going in this way, we are telling the Firebase that we have seen the message by using true if the user.getUID is the same and the sender is the same Firebase UID. Now, removing the spaces, and let's move up for the hash map in the message activity and put is seen and its value or default value is false. Okay, till now everything is working fine. Now go to on pause method, add the reference dot remove event listener, remove event listener, and pass the scene listener. So in this way we are going to remove and detach the listener on pausing. So now let's move to the model package and to the chat class and add a private boolean is seen. This boolean is used to check if the message is true or not. So if true, the message would be displayed in the text view that we have created previously in the first couple of minutes to seen. Otherwise, it would be delivered. How this algorithm or how this way is translated in coding, we will see in the next minute. So open the message adapter, and we need to go to the view holder. Since we have created a new text view, we need to declare it here by using a public text view and called scene text view. Okay, and we need to initialize it here. Okay, and this way we have initialized our widgets in a correct way. Now, if we are going to check the position of the chat dot size length, so if the position is equal to the chat's dot size -1, so this chat would be even if the chat is seen holder dot text scene set text equal to scene. In this way, we are checking that the text view would be displayed as seen if the message is actually seen by the user, or it's just delivered for the user. This holder.text scene dot set text set text visibility to gone, because we need to hide the text view. Okay. If it is not delivered or it is not seen, and hide it for the left layout. Now, at the main activity, I need to change my users here. There is users. I'll change it to my users. And let's see the message activity. There is I need to call the message the send message scene message method at the onCreate method, and pass it the user ID as a parameter. Now let's run, and here our app. I will open the application on the my telephone. Okay, I have seen now, and amazing, it's seen by me in the same way, in the same instance, and the same second it will be changed. So I will check again. I will send it from here, and I seen it from my phone. Thank you guys. See you next videos.